Hey guys, it's Shannon from iHeartRadio. Here with Charlotte Cardin.
Hi, how are you?
Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Yeah, awesome. How much notice did they give you about this performance that you're doing? Because you're filling in.
Yeah, I'm filling in for Ayana Kamura, who I think is sick and couldn't make it. I was told that I was playing the festival 48 hours ago.
No way.
So yeah, but it's so great. It just feels like a lovely surprise in my summer, and it was kind of a miracle that my whole team was here in Montreal. This is my only day of the summer basically where I was in Montreal, so it felt like the stars were completely aligned for this to happen.
Yeah, meant to be. Yeah. Incredible. I'm so excited about your new album that's coming out. Also, I've been doing a radio show for like 10 years. You have such a good like radio voice with your Apple Music show.
Thank you.
You're
so
such
much.
a natural at it. What
you.
made you decide on 99 Nights as the title track
for this album?
Yeah.
So I wrote this album, the DNA of the album was written and created during one very specific moment of my life, and that was a summer where I was going through a lot of different things and writing about those things in the studio. And so those 99 nights kind of represent that summer. It's more or less 99 nights. I think a summer is like 93 nights. But it represents that summer where the direction of the album was decided and where music was really my way of escaping all of the things that were dragging me down in my day-to-day life, and just making art that was uplifting for me. So yeah, that's what the album is about. It's a bit of a journal of that summer.
Yeah, and we've been lucky enough to have a few of the songs already, which are also incredible, including the song Jim Carrey, which I was just telling you, I love the song so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, what is it about Jim Carrey that, well, first of all, did you expect Jim Carrey to hear the song? Did you think that was even like in the realm of possibility?
I mean, I was hoping that he would at least hear it, but I was really not sure that he would. Like, I was just like, this would be amazing. It would be absolutely incredible if he could even just hear it. But he actually ended up calling me on my phone the day it was released. And it was the most like surreal, incredible phone call I've ever gotten. And he told me that he loved the song and loved the message behind the song, which was super important to me because Jim Carrey is someone that has inspired me for a really long time, and his inspirational speeches and talks are just so inspiring to me, and I've related to them so much that him being happy with the message behind the song was just like the biggest compliment ever.
Right. And what would you say the message of the song is? Because it's about ego, right?
It is about ego. So it's about getting rid of your ego to finally attain freedom and to finally be in touch with your true self. And basically all of the Jim Carrey speeches that I'm referring to are about that, about how like our ego and our fears are just constantly pulling us back from really being able to embrace our destiny and our true selves and really showing ourselves in all of our imperfections to the world. Yeah. And the song is a little bit, obviously it's like a little bit playful and funny because I asked Jim Carrey to marry me in the song.
Did he say yes?
I mean, he hasn't answered that specific question. I'm still waiting on the answer. Right. Yeah, so it's about, I asked him to marry me in the song, and it's kind of like, you're like my life guru, help me, achieve freedom.
Right. There's a quote from Jim Carrey that you referenced recently on TikTok that says, nothing you do is going to add anything to you, and nothing you do is going to take anything from you.
Yeah.
What is it about that quote in particular that like touches you?
I think it's just about not acting while thinking about like how people are going to receive those actions and how the world, it's just about sharing as positive energies as you can and just truly embracing yourself. And that's something that's like, I feel like it's a lifelong thing to completely be able to achieve that and to be aware that, you know what, if I do something and it's the stupid thing this time, the next time I can do the right thing. And it's just about acting while being 100% yourself. And I think that's just something that's hard to do in general. And we all try to do that as much as possible, but our ego keeps pulling us back in most situations.
Yeah, I think, and that reminds me kind of when people say like you aren't what you do, like you're so much more beyond that.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah.
Exactly. And what you do doesn't define you,
right.
And it's okay to change and it's okay to evolve and to embrace all those things is really important.
Yeah, one of the quotes that Jim Carrey actually says in that graduation speech, which is like so iconic. It's like everything's a quote.
Yeah, I know, it's so good.
But there's one that really stuck out to me, and it says you can fail at what you don't want. You might as well take a chance on doing what you love.
Exactly.
Isn't that so nice? And that reminded me of you in a way, because you have talked about like you could have gone off to school and become a doctor, but you've like pursued music instead. So yeah, what does that mean to you? Or do you ever think about like what your life would have been if you didn't take that chance and go for music?
Of course, it haunts me sometimes when I think about it. But even in my life, my current life, like I think about that when I'm making music all the time, because sometimes it's hard to forget and to set aside all expectations. And sometimes I'm making music and I'm like, what would my fans think of this? Or what would my close circle think of this? And at the end of the day, I'm like, you know what? I need to make something that I like, because if I fail at something that I don't even like, it's just the worst thing ever. So I'd rather fail at something that I actually love doing and that I actually love creating. And so, but I do think of that all the time. Yeah. And yes, when I do think of the path I could have taken, it haunts me.
No, I love that so much. And it's like if you fail at something and you've done it for someone else, then it just makes it that much worse, you know?
Yeah, horrible.
Yeah, totally. We have been asking people, because I cannot get a good answer on this, and I feel like you're a perfect person to ask. Is it Osheaga, or do you say Osheaga?
It's Osheaga.
Is it Osheaga?
It's definitely
okay,
Osheaga.
Final answer. We have it right here.
Final answer.
Thank you so much. We did polls online. It was 50-50.
Yeah.
I'm like, there's no, and then I don't want to say it wrong, and anytime I say it, people say I say it wrong.
Yeah,
so
no, it's Osheaga.
we're like, Charlotte would know more than anyone. Okay, last question about Jim Carrey, and then we'll be done. Do you feel like having a career and being in the public eye, do you feel like you relate to the Truman Show in a way that other people might not?
In what way?
In the way that like he has everyone watching him and they're like watching every move that he makes, and that I feel like as an artist that it would feel similar in a lot of ways.
Yes, well, I mean, in a way, yes, I do, because there is a part of my life that's, seen and shared, and my music is very personal, and I feel like I expose a lot of parts of me, but it's important for me to keep a part of privacy, and so I'm not the person who shares the most of my private life online. Like, there are certain things that I love sharing with my fans, and I feel like all of my secrets are in my songs anyway, so like but there are certain parts of my life that I do like keeping for myself because of that. I feel like you can lose yourself in other people's eyes if all parts of you are kind of exposed. At least that's how I feel about me. And of course, some artists share everything, and that's how they're comfortable living and making their decisions. But I feel like, for me, keeping a part of my life private is super important for that reason.
Totally. Charlotte, thank you so much for chatting. Next time we catch up, we'll find out if Jim Carrey said yes or not to your proposal.
I will let you know. I'm
Please,
still waiting.
We will wait for that as well. Appreciate it so much.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.